My prediction, and it has been, is that all of the real estate gains since 2000 will be gone. That's a significant portion of Americans' net worth. There aren't going to be any more real estate shows on TV. People aren't going to talk about real estate anymore. There's going to be regulation. When I wrote this 4 weeks ago, boy, I don't think I quite expected what's about to happen. And five-timers lose their homes. And let me talk about this because this is really important for Secretary Paulson to understand. It's important for us all to understand. If you make $100,000 a year and you borrowed $100,000 and you have a terrible loan, perhaps we can help you. If you make $100,000 and you borrowed $1 million, you're the albatross we can't save. There's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can or should do for you if you borrowed $1 million. The question now that we have bitten off and we have agreed to chew is, where do you cut it off? And I say 5 times income. If you're 5 times income, if you have borrowed 5 times what you make, you're an albatross we have to leave down the cliff. I don't want to say that. It's a brutal and ugly thing to do, to get your hands involved in that natural selection and identify which cute little albatross doesn't get our help. But we've been forced into this. I don't want to say that we're not helping you and you must lose your home, but that's where we are. If you borrowed $200,000, we can help you. If you borrowed 3, you're pushing it, but we can help you. 4, and I really have some concerns about your ability to carry that debt. But my break point is 5. You may have a different break point. Paulson may have a different break point. But what we as an industry and as a country right now have to do is figure out where the break is, because we've forced ourselves into this position. I don't want to be the one to say that that albatross isn't cute enough to live, but that's where we are. So now, as we move forward with this brave new legislation, we are going to be fiddling in the free market. We are going to be injecting ourselves into a system that has normally provided winners and provided losers all on its own, and when viewed from afar, you can do it with dispassion. When viewed this close and this ugly, it is a very difficult and very painful thing to do. I trust that Paulson will have proper advisors, people from the credit quality side of this business, who will assist him in making a realistic determination of the value of that portfolio that he's about to buy. But I would suggest this. If he's about to buy a portfolio of loans in Bakersfield or Fresno, California, just understand that those $600,000 loans are secured by homes that you may get $150,000 for. Maybe $110,000, $120,000. This is what he's got to face. So he's down in the water. He's deciding which albatrosses live, which don't. It's a very exceptionally busy and bloody thing to be doing, but that's the task that confronts us. You all in this room have skill sets that apply to this. I would ask you in your local associations, in your governing bodies, whether state or federal, if you have a voice, to use that voice. If you're here, you're part of the solution, not part of the problem. If you're here, you have a knowledge base and a skill that Paulson desperately needs to make sure that 5 years from now, my children are able to buy a home and that people are living with a debt load that they can all live with. Right now, what's happened is we gave people so much debt that they couldn't live with it, and the difficulties are of our creation. Let's work to be a part of that solution. Thank you very much.